There was no happiness in him. I mean, he was still suffering from the after effects of the concentration camp. And there were quite a few. He wasn't the only one. There were hundreds of released prisoners on that ship. And they all acted pretty much the same. They were scared. They kept looking over their shoulders. They wouldn't talk. They didn't want to even discuss the whole situation. They hardly made any contact with one another. It was a very unhappy situation until maybe halfway through the cruise. Finally, they started to open up, and we started to hear some of the terrible stories of the things that took place inside the camp. And so more and more you heard not only your own, but you heard stories from some of the other people involved. And it was a pretty heartbreaking situation. But again, I'm pointing out that when you are 10 or 11 years old, these things don't have that much of an impact on you as they would have been if I had been 18 years old. So to me, it was a very exciting period of time. I made friends on board the ship. In fact, two of those friends that I've still maintained friendships with to this day, we met aboard the ship, and we went through the whole Shanghai experience together and all that. So it was a very interesting trip. And when we arrived in Shanghai, believe it or not, we arrived at the Japanese-occupied part of Shanghai. And what we found was that they had raised the German swastika flag and had a military band playing the German national anthem. These people did not know the difference between Jews and non-Jews. As far as they're concerned, a ship full of Germans are arriving, and they were allies, Axis allies, to the Germans on an Italian ship, which was also an Axis ally. So they gave us a wonderful reception with the German national anthem and raising the German flag, which, of course, I can imagine what that must have done to my father. But that's how we arrived in Shanghai on the 27th of June, 1939.